Morning, guys. Jim Bowers here, Demunseed at the NAB Expo here in Las Vegas. And the show is going to start in about an hour, so we're kind of killing a little bit of time. Me and the Phantom Maniac are going to hit the drone pavilion. 3DR and DJI and Walkera and Max Aero and all those guys are there. And so we're going to start hitting them with some hard questions and checking out everything that's new that's getting ready to hit the street. I'm really looking forward to seeing the new Phantom 3 and putting my hands on that baby. So if you've got any questions that you would like me to throw out to those guys, put it down in the comments below. And tomorrow when we come back to the Drone Expo, I will throw those questions out for you and try to get you an answer, okay? Jim Bowers, right here at NAB in Las Vegas. We'll see you inside. Hey, gang, we're over here at DJI here at the NAB conference, and we're at their fly tent where they're demonstrating the new Phantom 3 and getting it off the ground and shooting it around here. I'm waiting to get an interview with Randy Braun. Randy and I go way back. We ought to be able to hook up with him here in just a second. Hang tight. All right, gang, we're over here at DJI at the NAB conference. My good friend Randy, like I always say, the man with the whitest teeth on the planet.
Didn't I just see you like a week ago?
Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it? Doesn't it? All right, now, go ahead and give me the rundown. The Phantom 3 has hit the street. What is its claim to fame? Give me some of the pump.
Phantom 3 was released just 3 or 4 days ago in New York City.
Yeah.
The real shocker is the very good price on it. The Phantom 3 is the latest in the Phantom line. It comes in 2 different models. The Phantom 3 comes as the professional 4K model,
yeah,
with the integrated 4K camera, or what we call the Phantom 3 Advanced 1080p 60 frames per second model.
Now, is that the only difference between the two?
No, there are some other differences. The main difference, though, is the quality of the camera. I'm sorry, the size of the camera.
Resolution-wise.
Resolution-wise,
okay.
That's the word I was looking for.
Now, and so what other differences are there? If somebody has said, well, you know, I'm not going to upload anything past 1080p anyway, why do I need a 4K camera?
Then you might as well get the Phantom 3 Advanced, which is the 1080p. I've already had people tell me that. They say, hey, everything even if I shoot 4K, I'm always whittling it down anyway to 1080p or even smaller to go on to whatever, YouTube maybe.
Yeah.
So really, it's just up to you. We have different options.
When is it going to actually start shipping? When is it going to start hitting the dealers?
The Phantom 3 we anticipate will begin production in a few weeks.
Production in a few weeks.
Production in a few weeks.
So, I mean, would it be...
Right now we have the final prototypes, and production looks like it's ready to go.
So would it be fair to guess that it'd be mid-May before the dealers start seeing them?
I cannot say a word of what exactly the dates are. When they tell me, I'll tell you.
I don't know. I told you I'd find out. I don't know. What do you want me to do? All right, durability. Here's the question I've been getting hammered on.
Okay.
The ribbon cable on the Vision Plus was the weak link in that chain. Now,
the gimbal, yeah, the gimbal's the weakest link. If you have a bad crash, a bad spill onto something hard, the ribbon cable, I think it's the same ribbon cable. The gimbal, let me ask if that's the exact same gimbal as the Vision Plus.
I'm curious, actually.
I'm curious too. It's a little heavier camera. You don't know either. I can't answer that question because I don't have the answer to that. It looks like a little heavier gimbal to me because the camera is heavier.
Yeah, it did look like the ribbon cable is a little bit more protected. It's not quite as out there as it was on the Vision Plus. Right. But I'm just, you know, again, that's the jury that's out there is there going to be the support when these guys start breaking their ribbon cables?
They should learn how to fly properly, read the manual, try not to hit things and crash into the ground, because if you fly properly, then you're not going to run into anything.
Sure. Now, on that question of support, you've got the 24-hour customer support for the Vision Plus. Is anything like that in the pipe for the Phantom 3?
For the Phantom 3? I honestly don't know. I hope so. I believe so. We're working on the customer support all the time now. Our company has grown from 20 employees to 3,000 employees in just a couple of years. And so we've had a lot of growing pains and catching up to do, but we're finally getting caught up, especially with the Inspire now and the Phantom 3. The service center is in Los Angeles. So right now, generally, there's probably a 4 or 5 week turnaround time on service. So it's best just to fly safely. And because if you're out for 4 or 5 weeks and you're doing an important project, that seems like a long time.
Sure. Now, another question I'm getting, why would I buy an Inspire when the Phantom 3 shoots in 4K?
Well, 4K isn't everything, but the Inspire, for instance, if you're a serious videographer and you're shooting sports, the Inspire can easily fly 45 miles per hour. This Phantom is quite fast, it's about 35 miles per hour. But if you're shooting sports, generally, or anything action, generally you have a second camera operator, or you have a second operator. The first guy's flying the drone, the second guy's operating the camera and the gimbal. On the Phantom, you can only use one operator, and the camera does not do a 360 rotation.
Right.
On the Inspire, not only does the camera spin almost 720 degrees if you need that, the camera also pops off so that you can take this camera off, potentially add different cameras in the near future. So,
Right.
When you do take your camera off, we have also released a product that's a handheld gimbal where you can pop that camera onto a handheld gimbal and use it.
That was my next question, Randy. Where is
Production on that is almost finished here.
So
everyone's excited about it. We released it at CES. Did you see it there?
Yeah, I saw
It's a great product.
Yeah.
We saw how much interest there was in it. All of a sudden, we decided to make it a little more, put more into it because it's going to be one of another milestone product.
So that's still in the pipe. It's coming.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
coming.
definitely.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't wait to have one.
Well, as far as our argument for the Inspire goes, you guys saw my video yesterday where I was chasing that sand rail all over those dunes, those sand dunes. The Inspire kept up with that sand buggy just amazingly well in
Inspire's fast.
35 mile an hour winds.
Right.
I was just
You were out
hot
there too. I was
dogging.
out there too.
Oh,
in the desert.
it's- yeah, great
Yeah, it holds
place.
its own in high wind. Also, there's just a lot of features that are more professional level in the Inspire. But ideally, you're going to want, if you are working on a professional level, it's nice to have one of each because they both occupy kind of different spaces. If you have a lot of space, you have to do something fast. The Inspire is good. If you have a tight space in between the tree branches, the Phantom 3 is very solid.
Yeah. The Phantom 3 controller, would a Inspire pilot be able to slave the radio? Are they compatible?
Would the Inspire pilot be able to take a Phantom 3 controller? No.
And slave it as his second radio?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so not
Different radios.
cross-compatible.
No.
Are they on a different frequency?
I can't answer.
Okay.
Right. Same frequency, says Tahoe Ed.
So then the Phantom 3 radio you could not use with an Inspire as a slave?
Correct.
Okay, all right, so there's your answer. You can't do it, okay? All right, and now, as you know, as of today, the Solo surprised the hell out of a lot of people, and they kept a pretty damn good secret out there. How do the two compare?
I've never seen the Solo, but it's really good to have competition out there. I think our flight stability is pretty far ahead still, but until I fly it, I'm excited to see new products in this industry because we all have to work together.
Absolutely. Waypoints. Are waypoints going to be something that DJI is going to...
It's anticipated.
It's down the road, and is it going to be like a
anticipated.
firmware upgrade?
It's anticipated, but on the other hand, people are writing apps to do the same thing. People are writing apps for all of our Phantoms now that you can download from the App Store that can do a lot more sophisticated things than just waypoints.
Right, open source though, right? So people are able to...
We invite them, they apply to our SDK program or Software Developer Kit program. If they're approved, we give them an opening in our code. They can write the app for either just the camera or the camera and the quadcopter. They can get into that system, create apps. For instance, a very easy app that somebody just wrote was fly a perfect circle around with the camera facing in. You can adjust the diameter, the speed. There's a lot of adjustments in it. It's something we all try to do just using our 2 sticks, but it's usually not very clean.
Right.
So just with a push of a button and a slider, you just do a perfect circle around yourself or around a house, around a tree.
Right.
Yes.
Is the Phantom 2 battery, will it fit in there?
No, the Phantom 2 is a 3-cell battery. This is a 4-cell battery, a little bit more robust. And so it's not the same battery. It will not fit in.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, not only is it the wrong size battery, it physically won't go in the hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
This also has a visual positioning device built in.
Yeah.
The Phantom 3 has a visual positioning device built in. That means that there's a camera aiming at the floor. If you do not have any satellite, GPS satellites, you're flying indoors, it's going to hug the floor just like the Inspire. In fact, this uses the same app as the Inspire. He's using the DJI Pilot app for both.
Is it essentially the same shell?
Yes.
And the only difference is the landing gear is taller?
A little bit taller, maybe a ½ inch taller.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So that's what we like about it, where people like the features of the Inspire, but they sort of miss being able to throw it into a backpack, go hiking or on vacation.
That was my next question, this backpack. That's not something that comes with the purchase. Is it an additional?
You know, I need to ask because I'm hearing I can't comment.
Okay, all right. Well, I know that there's a backpack available. I don't know if it's going to come with the purchase yet or not. I'll let you know as soon as I find out, all right? Lens filters. Will the P3 have ND filter, polarizer, any of that available for it?
Well, we're inviting third-party companies to create add-ons like that.
Okay.
It is anticipated that we'll have a set of neutral density filters for videographers who prefer to use those.
Okay. So that's down the pipe.
Yeah.
And
possibly a set.
You're looking at like a set of 3 lens filters?
Actually, that would be for the Inspire. Did you ask about the Inspire or the P3?
No, I was talking about the P3.
The P3, there are no threads right now on the P3 lens, but you are able to slip a cap over this lens right here, the barrel of the lens here. So I don't know. I would anticipate third parties will come out with products really soon for that, just like they have
very quickly
with polarizers and neutral density filters for the other Phantoms and the GoPros.
I'm not sure if you know the answer to this one, but are these the thrust props? Do you know? Are they the same ones that the...
I don't know if they made a different prop for the Phantom 3.
It was just a question I got, and I would assume that they probably are, but I wasn't positive. On the Inspire, the new prop lock system that you guys just developed, that neat little push turn and you're done?
We're waiting for ours.
Oh, are you? That's what I was going to ask you. Where can I get mine?
Yeah. I've seen them. I saw them yesterday. They're just shipping now. I still have the clips, the little safety clips.
Yeah, me too.
The electronic speed controllers start and stop those motors so quickly. In fact, on the Phantom 2, we now have ESC braking, so that it's just safer. A lot of guys just don't screw the propellers on tightly enough because the early Phantoms didn't really require it.
Right.
Now with these motors, the more advanced propulsion systems,
because it has like an auto speed brake on it.
It brakes itself. These propellers actually slow themselves down very quickly, and so you do have to tighten your propellers more than you did a year ago.
Yeah. All right, I think I've run through everybody's question on here, and if you didn't get your question answered, well, you just didn't ask it soon enough. All right.
Come back and ask more.
There it is, gang. The new Phantom 3, just out on the market. And I'm talking to Randy Braun over here at DJI, and I appreciate your time very much, Randy. And
I'll work on all your answers that you just fed to me. I've been lucky enough to have been flying this just for like 4 days now, and so I don't have all the answers, but it's my job to learn them.
Sure, there you go. All right. Hey, gang, look who I caught up with, the man himself, Rick Bowman. Go Professional Cases. I had to do some looking around, but we finally spotted the big GPC here in the middle of the NAB. So how you doing,
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to
This is,
see
I
you
think,
too.
the first interview that you and I have ever done.
I know.
I missed you in Vegas. I didn't get to go to Vegas and see you there. And
I was actually a little worried because after we threw that case out of the back of my car,
I wasn't worried about it.
I wasn't worried about it either, man. That thing, I'm teling you guys,
Got a
is
good laugh out of
bomb-proof.
that one. Yeah, it did well. Yeah,
Oh, it
absolutely.
did. It did
absolutely.
wonderful. I think all we did was we lost the O in Pro.
Well, that's not so bad.
Yeah. So what's new and exciting as far as the cases go? We've got the Phantom 3 coming out. I'm
Exactly.
sure you guys are right on the cusp and getting ready to.
We do. We do have the Phantom 3 case right here. This is a prototype. We're really excited about it. It's going to work really well. This case is actually, we're calling our Plus case. It fits all the Phantoms.
So
And then we
so
can
somebody
even
has a Phantom 1, a Phantom 2, a Phantom 3. They'll all work with this
They all
case.
fit in this case.
Wow.
You know, wider landing gear, longer landing gear. We can pull out these different cavities, and we're all set. And if you've got an older copter, you can and you're running with the GoPro, we've got you covered there with their accessories. And if you got the older ones with the batteries, you got that covered. So we're all over the board with
This looks like it'll carry, what, 5 batteries,
we've got-
including the one in the aircraft?
Exactly. So we've just really covered all the bases with this guy. A nice case. It's got tow wheels on it. So we want to keep everybody happy, even with the wider landing gear. If somebody comes up with some crazy pontoons or something on their copters.
Yeah.
And then from there, what we're real excited about, and you've got one of these cases.
I've got
already
one.
for yourself. This we think is our most exciting version because there's a lot of people out there, a lot of producers. You've got a Phantom. And you've got an Inspire. So we've got the combination of everything being able to get into one case. And all of this just pops right out of here. You've got your radios down inside. You've got your original Phantom radio. You've got your Inspire radios, plus another Inspire right up here on top.
Yeah, so this case literally holds 3 radios, 2 Inspire radios, and then a Phantom 3.
Phantom 3, yeah.
Radio.
Phantom 3 is going to be in here. We have to do a couple small alterations to get the Phantom 3 in here. And then as far as the Inspire, you can get 5 batteries plus the battery that's in the copter. So at that point, you've got 6 batteries for yourself.
Yep.
You can put the mount in here. Even though this is in the landing mode, you can put the mount in here. We just made this a large accessory cavity just so that you can put anything in the cavity.
I got to tell you, since I got my case, my dual case from Go Professional, I have not been back in the travel mode since. It's been in the full flight mode, and I've had the camera on it, because all you've got to do literally is just take the Inspire's props off and drop it in the case. That's it. You no longer have to put it in travel mode. You no longer have to take the camera off because it's got a little cushion down there in the bottom that cradles the camera, right?
Exactly, and that's what we want to make sure to do is have that protection in there and be able to travel with it and not take the camera off, as you just mentioned. But we've got 4 versions of this case, so we were really trying to cover everybody and the way they travel and the way they get out to their production. So we've got 2 cases in travel mode, 2 cases in landing mode. So we've covered them all because we really know a lot of professionals have different jobs, different ways that they travel.
All right, so these come in a lot of different variations. You can get them for a dual case, a single case, the Phantom 3. They're all coming on the market, so go to goprofessionalcases.com, check out the different variations on the cases, and then they can look up a dealer on your website.
Correct. They should really be looking for the dealers and go directly so that they've got somebody that's really in their neighborhood that they can directly buy from, but they're welcome to buy from us also.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it.